company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, civilian contractor falls from a trolley connected to a crane at Belize Defense Force Air Wing and dies. As investigations into the triple murder that occurred in San Pedro continues, the bodies of the victims are handed over to their families. And we'll tell you about the new system launched today at the Belize Central Prison and its purpose. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023.
That'll be $50. Thank you. Wait, hey, this 50 is a fake.
How do you know it's a fake?
What are you talking about, sir? How can I identify a genuine note from a fake note?
Well, a genuine 50 has a watermark with the jaguar and the written words of the 50, also a thread.
Know your money and know a fake one when you see it. Do not rely on any one security feature. Look for the clarity and quality of printing. The printed lines and colors should be sharp and clear. Feel the quality of the paper and the raised print. Hold the note up to the light to see the windowed security thread. It should form one complete line when held up to the light. The watermark and denominational electrotype. The Jaguar is the watermark in the $100 and $50 notes. The Sleeping Giant is the watermark in the $20, $10, $5, and $2 notes. The see-through feature. The parts of the design printed on the back should fit exactly within the unprinted areas of the front to form the complete design. Check the $100 note for the toucan hologram with the periwinkle flower overprint. Tilt it to see the small images of the toucan and the numeral 100. Check the $50 note for the green foil angelfish. Check even closer. Use an ultraviolet light to see the fluorescent features. Use a magnifier to see the microlettering. Tiny letters that read Central Bank of Belize and the value of the note. Stop the circulation of counterfeit Belize currency notes. Pass all counterfeits to the police at once. It is a criminal offense to hold or use a counterfeit. Be safe. Be sure. Know your money.
Jonas, we need your help. We're detecting increased aquatic activity 25,000 feet deep in the trench. It's an ancient ecosystem untouched by man. Whatever is down there is trying to make its way to the surface. This was a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
Jonas, we've got company.
That's the biggest Meg I've ever seen.
Biggest Meg anyone's ever seen.
That's the apex predator.
Everybody make it to the station! You can make it! Hit 5!
3 massive megs and who knows what else have escaped the breach.
You just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time?
You don't want to know.
Go!
We've never seen this before. They hunted in packs.
You can relax. This place, Meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking...
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus.
Good evening, with your news also simulcast on Face the FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A man died earlier today following an accident at the Belize Defense Force Williamson Air Wing in Ladyville. In the incident, according to reports from the BDF, happened shortly before 10 this morning and involved 2 civilian contractors who were hired to conduct repairs on the aircraft hangar. The contractors were working in a trolley that was connected to a crane when a malfunction caused the wire of the crane to snap, causing the trolley to fall. One of the individuals passed away at the scene from injuries he sustained, while the second individual sustained only minor injuries to his foot. Acting Commanding Officer for the BDF Air Wing and Special Boat Unit, Francis Usher, today told the media more about the incident.
At about 9:45, we heard a bang. I was underneath the hangar. We heard a bang outside. When we came out to check, we saw that one individual was lying motionless in the basket that was attached to the crane, and another was kind of jumping around as if though he had been injured. After looking around, we realized that the basket that was attached by cable to the crane, the cable had popped, the basket fell from at about 35 feet high. And unfortunately, one of the individuals that was in the basket passed away, and the other was harmed, but just minor injuries to his foot. Individuals that were injured were civilian contractors. They were contracted to fix the air wing hangar. So these weren't members of the BDF Air Wing or the Special Boat Unit. These were actually civilians that were subcontracted to fix the hangar. As far as the safety protocols, while we take safety very seriously at the BDF Air Wing and Special Boat Unit, we have SOPs for safety to ensure that none of our personnel are hurt. We don't determine the safety procedures that they follow. That would have to come from their company.
Now, while the incident happened on the base, Major Usher says the safety of the personnel hired to carry out the works is the responsibility of their company and not the BDF and the Ministry of National Defense.
These were personnel that were hired by the Ministry of National Defense and Border Security to do a job. The manner in which they do that job, we ensure that they abide by our safety protocol as it relates to aviation, as it relates to the maritime environment. However, we are not contractors. We don't fix, renovate, or build buildings. So the protocol that a building contractor follows that comes from their company. We are not the subject matter experts there, the Belize Defense Force Air Wing and Special Boat Unit. So they have to drive the safety protocol there. As it relates to the job that we do and the area in which we operate, we do ensure that the safety protocols are followed. But in terms of fixing the buildings and the manner in which they do that, that's their realm of expertise. And they institute based on best practices and experiences. Everything was for the contractor. They brought the equipment here, and they were utilizing equipment that they own or that they either own, rent. I'm not certain if they own the equipment, but they brought the equipment here.
The works to the air wing, according to Major Usher, were made necessary after damages caused by Hurricane Lisa back in 2022. The works were more than 50% completed when this morning's unfortunate incident played out.
After Hurricane Lisa, there was significant damage on our hangar where we housed the aircraft. And with the arrival of the new Cessna Caravan in February, we were persistent in telling them that, guys, we not only needed renovations on our hangar because of the damage from Hurricane Lisa, but even more so now, we need those renovations to protect the new aircraft that we received in February. And so the ministry was cognizant of the renovations needed. They put it out to tender. As we know, the process takes some time, but the bids were submitted, and then this contract was issued for the renovations of the hangar. And they had already done two sides of the hangar, and they were beginning to do the front now.
The Belize Police Department has launched an investigation into the incident. It has been 3 days since that cold-blooded triple murder took place in San Pedro at the hands of gun violence. The chilling incident happened in the San Pedrito area of town and has left not only island residents in shock, but the entire Belize. 3 individuals died that morning, 2 male adults and a 3-year-old baby girl. The triple murder still has the police department hunting for evidence to bring those responsible to justice. And while it transpires, today post-mortem examinations were conducted on the 3 bodies. According to the official report, Delmar Rodriguez died due to acute cranioencephalic traumatic injuries due to gunshot wound. Little Amari Rodriguez died as a result of hypovolemic shock due to internal exsanguination due to gunshot wounds. Lastly, the mortician certified that Carlos Chi's death was as a result of hypovolemic shock due to internal bleeding due to gunshot wound. CTV3 News understands that Carlos Chi's body was received by family members at the morgue in Belize City, and a wake is being held at this moment while a funeral service is scheduled for tomorrow in Libertad Village. We have been able to confirm that Delmar Rodriguez and his 3-year-old daughter Amari Rodriguez will be laid to rest in Libertad Village on Friday. Up to news time, one of the alleged killers, Michael Brown, has handed himself over to police while Christian Espat is still wanted by police. On October 23rd, Honorable Rodwell Ferguson, Minister of Transport, met with representatives of the Belize Bus Owners Cooperative, BBOC, Westline, James Bus Company, and the Belmopan Bosito Association. At the meeting, all parties agreed that upgrading bus standards is necessary for modernizing the transport industry. And with that, the bus operators have until the end of December 2023 to upgrade at least 50% of their fleets, and by the end of December 2024, they will have to have met the target of 100%. In the case of Westline, its owner, Sergio Chuk, says he began upgrade early this year and now has 5 units on the road already meeting the requirements of the Transport Department. But upgrading an entire fleet requires a huge investment, and there is a discussion of recovering that investment. In line with that discussion comes the need of an increase in bus fares, says Chuk, or some other type of incentive for bus operators.
If you look at the region, the average per mile fares is in Guatemala 23 cents and in Mexico at 25 cents. Our average bus fare is at 14 cents. And taking into account that the fuel, the diesel, is cheaper in Guatemala and it's cheaper in Mexico. So there must be an adjustment either with the diesel prices going down, where the government sells us the diesel at cost price, or there will have to be an adjustment with the fares that the commuters pay.
But if all sides come together and agree to a way forward, both commuters and bus owners can benefit, especially when it comes to timely runs.
The tires have gone up the least amount compared to parts and batteries and everything. The tires have gone up the least amount, but tires are generally very expensive. But as I have told Mr. Shah and I've told the bus industry that we can't focus on asking government to give us tax exemption on tires and batteries and windshield parts and radiators and the different parts that are that commonly go bad on the buses. I think we should focus mostly on the diesel. If they could just give us the diesel, which every day takes away a little over 50% of our income, if we could focus just on that, then I think it could be a win for the commuters, a win for the bus industry, and a win for government that will be able to provide a higher level of transport for the citizens of Belize. If the time slots are moved from 15 minutes to half an hour and an hour, then definitely it could work. Definitely could work. The ministry would just have to adjust the time slots so that you don't have one operator leaving at 6 and the other operator leaving at 6:15, then it won't work. On Monday's meeting, he said no subsidy will come anytime soon. The operators were adamant that we need a subsidy because the price right now in San Ignacio, the pump price is at $13.35. That is really excessive for any operator to stay in business, to make a profit. On average, the prices would be at $10 where we were making a profit, but at $13.35, it's very difficult.
As mentioned previously, for bus operators that meet the required standards and remain in good standing with their road service permits, RSP terms, and conditions, the ministry may support their applications for financing from their preferred banking institutions. During the transition period, the ministry will consider options for further support, including consideration for having different grades or classes of buses, such as premier and economy grades. Furthermore, the ministry will analyze other options able to address cost recovery issues. Coming up next, we'll tell you about the 2024 public and bank holidays that are already raising concerns. Stay tuned.
With Express Plus, you can stream on the go or stream at home. Stream the latest movies, telenovelas, series, anime, or music videos from your favorite local artists. Sign up now with Centaur's Express Plus.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe.
So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again. Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving. Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets. It's my face. You stole my face.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be.
Bruce, I could fix things.
You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe.
Zod, we've been waiting for you.
I created a world with no metahumans. And now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
Oh. You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
If I can't undo what I did, if I can't get back, there might not be a future. What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm Barry. We're Barry. Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
A prison information management system, PIMS, was launched today as part of the InfoSegura project, which is a collaboration between the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. The PIMS aims to enhance citizen security by improving the management of the Belize Central Prison.
This has been priority of our administration since taking office, and it's not just in relation to our prison systems, also at forensics, and of course, as you know, the police department has the SIMS, and so this is an extremely important tool that we find not just for data capturing and gathering, but also to help out the prison department, the staff, and management in terms of data-driven decision-making, and certainly, of course, having one consolidated portal is excellent in terms of drawing for any information that you might need at any given time. And so there are so many different facets, as you heard from the presentation today. It covers every single aspect of the inmates, not just in prison, but when they're released into society in terms of tracking them, ensuring that they are attending whatever meetings they're supposed to attend and that sort of thing. And so it truly is a comprehensive program, and it definitely consolidates all the information that the prison has gathered manually and digitally, but now makes it streamlined.
The program integrates modern biometric technology for more secure prisoner identification and monitoring. The system is expected to revolutionize prison management and facilitate interagency sharing of crime and justice sector data.
Certainly before this program came on stream, we were capturing a lot of data. The prison has a substantial amount of data over the years, but they were all captured manually using Excel spreadsheets. I have very good grasp of the Excel program, so I do a lot of templates with formulas and those kinds of things so that it tabulates automatically, right? But even though you have those templates, it is still painstaking. It is a painstaking way of doing business. So this program should be able to consolidate all the data that we have been capturing over the years in different templates under one umbrella, if you want to put it that way. I am not too sure how it will reduce administrative overheads, because you will still need personnel to be inputting data. You'll still need data clerks and those kinds of things. But the beautiful thing about it is that all the data will be consolidated. In other words, rather than having templates for different aspects of prison management, we will have everything under that one software or in that one program where I can go and literally get a snapshot on the prison on any particular day and time just with the click of a button.
The UNDP, through the InfoSegura project, has been supporting Belize's crime observatory and key partner agencies since 2014 with the goal of enhancing access to justice and the capture of multidimensional data.
As far as I'm aware, we'll be sharing data with the judiciary, the police, and the Belize Crime Observatory, if my memory serves me well. I want to think that the forensics department will also be able to access our data. And how it will improve the human rights of these inmates, I can safely say that we will be more efficient in managing their court dates. We'll be more efficient in being able to come up with the level of programming that they will be needing as prisoners. Because like Mr. Howard had presented in his presentation, when a prisoner comes to prison, we do what you call an inmate classification and risk and needs assessment, where you kind of figure out, what is the risk posed by that prisoner, whether it's escape, whether it's violence or disruptive behavior. And then you look at their needs. You might have people with diabetes, hypertension, HIV positive, those kinds of things. So you have to attend to these needs. Of course, we cannot forget the needs for their drug treatment, their addiction treatment, whether it's drugs or alcohol or what have you.
Mr. Murillo quite rightly pointed out one of the mantras or the mission statement of the prison department. It is founded on, in fact, rehabilitation, like you said, and ensuring that the prisoners, when they get back into society, have a smooth transition, and of course, again, protecting the community at all costs.
This was done in partnership with UNDP?
With USAID and UNDP.
The project, which has long been lobbied for, is expected to play a crucial role in delivering justice and supporting evidence-based decision-making.
We lobbied for this program. I think the last time we got serious and lobbied for it was back in 2010, if my memory serves me well. And the people we discussed it with, nothing ever happened about it, so we dropped the subject. We always knew that it was a very expensive venture, and the prison itself was not in a position to foot the bill, because like you heard just a while ago, the cost of it is 300,000 Belize dollars. That's no little bit of money to deal with, and the prison doesn't have that kind of finance. So, when we heard that UNDP and InfoSegura, along with USAID, wanted to give us the program and the software, we jumped on it immediately, and we encouraged them to push through this time. So we were very happy when we started the process and we saw that they got the organization to come up with the software, to produce the software.
The project is valued at a total of 300,000 Belize dollars. Hanal Pixan, meaning food and soul, is a Mayan event celebrated yearly around this time. The tradition of the Hanal Pixan dates back to the Mayan people and is celebrated in the Yucatan Peninsula. It has been adapted to the religious beliefs of the Spanish conquerors and missionaries who came to Yucatan, such as the appointing of annual dates for the celebration and the making of altars. With this tradition, family and friends who have passed away are remembered in a special way, offering the deceased food and drink in order to maintain the link between the living and the dead, given that the Mayans believed that the soul is immortal. This year in Corozal, the Mayan NGO Tuun Pasawahun has joined with the BTIA Corozal chapter to bring alive the tradition of Hanal Pixan for locals and tourists alike.
The Yucatec Maya culture. So the Yucatec Maya celebrates Hanal Pixan, Hanal meaning food and Pixan meaning soul. So it means food for the souls. And what we do during that time is we prepare an altar in honor of the memory of our loved one, and we place foods on the altar and other items that they may have enjoyed during their lifetime here. And so that's how we celebrate Hanal Pixan. During this time also, you have the fusion of the Spanish influence with Dia de los Muertos. You have the fusion of the Catholic influence with All Souls Day, and you have Los Finados, and you also have the fusion of the Western tradition of the Hallowtide, meaning the Halloween. So all those different beliefs come into fusion, and so with this event, we are focusing on the traditions of the Yucatec Maya culture, which has lived here in Corozal for many, many centuries, and so we want to keep it alive. We have the altars is first and foremost. We're inviting different entities in the community and different family members to come and place your altar in honor of your loved one, and these will be placed at the Central Park in specific locations. And of course, we're presenting the foods of the Yucatec Maya, so all the basic foods will be there. We have the pibil cash, we have the tamales, there's atole, we also have maja blanca. We have very, very many foods, but it's of the Yucatec Maya influence.
As we told you, the BTIA Corozal chapter is joining in the celebration, and today the chairman of the organization told us what made them partner with the Mayan group this year.
We've always looked at activities that would try to enhance what is the local tourism culture in the destination. And by doing so, Tony Masawalon is one of the organizations that is really predominant in terms of working hand in hand in preserving the Yucatec Mayan culture. But I think more than that, I think for us it was an opportunity for us to really revive what is our local culture. Hanal Pixan is something that many families in Corozal celebrate. We might not know it by the name of Hanal Pixan. It might be confused, like Ms. Adela said, with other influences like Dia de los Muertos and also Halloween. But the reality of it is that we want to allow the opportunity for our younger generations and for local families to try to work together to preserve what is left of our culture now. The activities are scheduled for Saturday the 28th. It starts at 6 in the evening, 6 to around 10. It will encompass, like Ms. Adela mentioned, the decoration of altars, which would be spread around Central Park in Corozal. That is the location right in front of the Corozal Town Council. The Town Council is one of our strategic partners also in this event. And so the event will also have presentations from other cultural groups. We will also have the Ballet Folclórico de Quintana Roo, who's also making presence. They will be making presentations. We also have the CCC Marching Band, who is also going to be making presentations. The Rising Phoenix, which is a local group, will also be making presentations, including other cultural groups that have expressed interest, like the Shaibi dancers that will also be present. The core of the event is for us to try to as much as possible educate the local culture in terms of trying to preserve what is Hanal Pixan and trying to make that conversation start. I think to clear some sort of confusion about the practices that we've doing. We also have local foods, specifically Mayan food on sale, and there are combos available right now if they visit our Facebook page on the BTI, Belize Tourism Industry Association Corozal chapter. We have combos that are available that they can pre-buy. These include relleno, escabeche, tamal pibil, and pibil that they could buy. No? And those tickets are available. I believe the combos are like about $15 for them, which is very affordable. We want people to really enjoy our local food.
Obviously, the loss of a friend or loved one leaves one grieving. However, instead of dwelling on the fact that the deceased person is no longer around, the celebration of Hanal Pixan celebrates the fact that they once walked the earth.
I think for me and for many Corzaleños, I think we enjoy the fact that we have an opportunity to honor our loved ones that have passed away. Many of us visit the cemetery during that time to leave candles. I think that, trying to understand how Hanal Pixan actually works and understanding the dynamics of it is one of the most important things for any Corzaleño.
My neighbor, Miss Celia Bautista, she was very faithful in creating these traditions, and we were always invited to partake in the services and the foods. But what strikes me about this season is that in Yucatec Maya, our ancestors or abuelitos tells us that we should preserve this tradition because it keeps us healthy. And what that really means is that this is a season for us to get the benefits of a therapeutic benefit from it. Because when your loved one departs, it leaves a scarring on your little heart. And it's a therapeutic thing for you to be able to even speak about your loved one and then to present all these different items and food in honor of their loved one. I don't think there's any other higher honor that one can give the memory of a loved one who has passed on. So with you doing all those different actions, it brings you an effect of therapeutic peace of mind so that you can go on for the next year, because this is done on an annual basis.
Once more, everyone is invited to celebrate Hanal Pixan in Corozal Town on Saturday, a tradition steeped deeply in indigenous Mayan practice. The event begins at 6 p.m. sharp at the Corozal Central Park. There's still a couple months to go in 2023, but today the government of Belize announced a new list of holidays for 2024, which consists of 6 long holiday weekends. The new year will also see 12 weekday holidays. The Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Karim Musa, today spoke on some of the concerns in the new holiday calendar, including the celebration of St. George's Key Day on Monday, September 9th, in lieu of Tuesday, September 10th.
If you look at whenever we do have the 10th holiday, and I'm pretty sure this is not the first time that we are moving it to a Monday, that is during our September celebrations doing. And so you normally have events that are planned for that long weekend. Normally the 10th and the 21st, if they fall close to a Monday or a Friday, that is when the holiday is normally celebrated. And so you would have events like, I think, the Belikin Fest, the Carnival, these types of events are normally held during that time. And so that was the thinking behind it, to move it to a long weekend and make it a Monday holiday instead of a Tuesday.
And Emancipation Day is being celebrated on the Thursday.
On the Thursday, correct.
Why is it?
We took into consideration, as you know, Miss Marin, Yaya Marin, has been advocating for the observation of that holiday. I had promised it on the last occasion about a year ago because they wanted it to be shifted last year, but so many people had already made adjustments to their calendars. The schools had already made adjustments. The workplace had made adjustments. And so now that holiday in particular will be observed on the day itself, which I think is the Thursday.
The rest of the calendar year goes as follows. New Year's Day 2024 will be celebrated on Monday, January 1st, while Monday, January 15th will be celebrated as George Price Day. National Heroes and Benefactors Day will be celebrated on Monday, March 11th in lieu of Saturday, March 9th. Easter will come at the end of March next year from Good Friday on the 29th to Easter Monday on April 1st. Labor Day will be observed on Monday, April 29th in lieu of Wednesday, May 1st. From there, work, right through to Thursday, August 1st for the celebration of Emancipation Day. St. George's Key Day, as we mentioned, will be celebrated on Monday, September 9th in lieu of Tuesday, September 10th. Independence Day will be celebrated on Saturday, September 21st. October 12th is observed as Indigenous Peoples Resistance Day. The holiday will be given on Monday, October 14th. Garifuna Settlement Day will be on Tuesday, November 19th, and before you know it, Christmas will be upon us. In 2024, December 25th will be a Wednesday, followed by Boxing Day on Thursday. On October 24, 2023, the government of Belize, through the Ministry of Health and Wellness, received a donation of pneumococcal vaccines from the government of the Republic of Brazil. The vaccines were donated by the ambassador of the Brazil to Belize, Agamar de Mendoca Santos, in a short handing over activity in the National Vaccine Building in Belmopan. Dr. Fidel Cuellar, Deputy Director for Public Health and Wellness, received the donation on behalf of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The donation will be integrated into the ministry's routine vaccination program for the active immunization of infants and children 6 weeks to 5 years. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, October 26th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3 Belize News or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.